How are you doing? It's Lifestyle Friday on Smart Means Business. How are you doing? I've been here with Barigi Andrew and trying to discuss some of the things that we have here for you.
Exactly.
And of which we've talked about the border
reflector, yes. The issue of the
reflectors. You know, earlier on people were saying the city now looks a bit bright. Someone said it's like a rainbow in the city.
Oh, because the border
right now see blue, red,
different.
Different.
More so at night hours, that reflections come and lights on them. But I believe that was quite a positive move.
Yes.
Very broad. I remember when I was meeting them on ground, man, these people were too much angry, But remember, I think you saw the latest report, a video about accidents which are caused by border borders on the road, and every month, yes.
You realize people are actually dying on border borders.
Border borders, yeah.
And some of us who use a lot of border borders, I think every time you have a prayer, you have to asking God to take you safely.
Perfect.
Because at the time you realize most of these accidents have been brought by border borders, and we really need to be very cautious on the people on the kind of border borders we sit on while going to work or either wherever you're going, because everyone has used the border now
at some point,
in the country. Because you realize the border is going to take you somewhere in the shortest time. Your personal vehicle may not do, or a taxi will not be able.
Exactly.
But then the number of deaths that are being recorded, the accidents by border borders is alarming.
Very alarming. Very alarming. And quite lots of lives of people lost. And of course, the property that people lose, remember you some get loans to get these border borders. But also this is something that is making you professional. I mean, I was having a conversation with somebody and they told me that, my boss told me, he was taking somebody, there is a rich man he takes on a border. And one day he's arrested recently regarding a reflector jacket, a permit and everything. Then this person tells him, when he's arrested, he calls this boss, he knows he's going to bail him out. And the boss tells him, are you serious? I thought you take your job seriously. What does it cost you to get, to sacrifice a small amount of money and get the requirements that you need to get, and then you move on and you will drive around the city, make your money when no one is really bothering you? Because when I was having an interview, the majority were stranded. They were saying that the police people want their money. But then there is only one positive person that came out and said, but this is for our good. One person among over the 20 people we talked with regarding that.
Okay. Yeah. And for the people who actually owning border borders, you need to be very cautious.
Very cautious.
Those who use the border borders every day, every hour to transact business, you as well need to be cautious. Maintain some stable speed. For example, those who actually, the riders themselves, please maintain some stable speed. We need to understand how we can regulate the industry. Sometimes it's not about regulating by putting the border borders out, but following the guidelines, the road safety measures that are put by the traffic police. Of course, remember, life is very important. You're not going to earn anything if at all you do not have the life. It's the most expensive thing you can have. The mere fact that you're breathing every day is enough for you to at least start being thankful and also protecting that little life you have, because every day people are passing on. If you have that life, you need to keep it. And of course, on a monthly basis, when the traffic police is actually releasing a report on the accidents, you get to realize it's the border industry that is actually bringing up more of the accidents.
Perfect. Actually, a biggest percentage of deaths, accidents that cause deaths, there is a border involved.
Yes, and of course we cannot also forget the fact that the border borders are playing a very huge role in the world of business, doing business transactions. We've seen people in the service sector using border borders to deliver. Other people actually, those who are actually doing business on social media, they are delivery people at the border.
Perfect.
So they use border borders to deliver packages, to deliver different products and goods. So that is something you need to understand about the border industry. It's also employing a very huge population,
number of
both formal and informal.
Exactly.
Now, Andrew, as we move further, also there was something regarding the Wandegear market stalls.
Yes.
And it's this particular situation where you actually went on ground to understand more of what is happening there. What really is happening behind closed doors?
Yeah, okay, what was happening closed doors? At the time, I got in charge with a principal, the manager commercial services, that's Kampala City Council Authority, and that's Mr. Bukenya Henry. We discussed regarding the stalls, which some of the people owning stalls, they have their merchandise in there, but they don't even, those lockups, we call them lockups, they are locked. I mean, there is nothing going on, you know, simply because they have some positions, they have a say regarding that. Yet, according to the presidential directive of that market, it is meant to be taken on by the what we call the Muntu Awansi, that people should take charge of the market. But now these are stalls which had gone about 6 months, you know. So now that was, I think, Tuesday when I got in touch with, no, it was Wednesday. The deadline was that very day. And today I got some feedback from Mr. Bukenya himself, and he told me a few people they called to come and remove their merchandise from the locks have showed up. So today they are taking their, those that refuse to come and pick their merchandise, they're going to pick their materials from there and take them to their stores in Nakawa. That's the latest report right now. Well, effect today.
My other concern also is regarding people who own multiple stores. The concern is it's not wrong for someone to own a multiple store, by the way, because if you can manage to expand your business, you're growing. Life is all about growth.
Yes.
You're not supposed to limit yourself. You're always supposed to be in a comfort zone. You always want to see yourself grow into something. So if you have the money to start up a business, you start it up. And if you have the money to expand, you expand it. And at the end of the day, you realize some of them actually are, it's big, they're growing. But then there is a huge concern with the fact that there are people who do not have stalls. And now those with multiple stalls actually operating maybe one or two.
Exactly.
So the other two are not working, but they still do not want to see the other people using them. So this is limiting the growth of other individuals. Because you lose nothing by helping out someone else to grow with you. They're not going to take anything from you. They're also growing to inspire others. And the world we're living in is now very competitive. But we need to have health competition.
Yeah, and you know, also we see that it's one of the newest markets. It's very beautiful. I guess you've been there.
Yeah, the structures themselves, very
modern structures, but the rate at which business is running is slow. And such calamities, such issues have been the major cause for this market. And yet KCCA has a very big strategic plan for that market. And among the biggest strategic plans, because we are looking at 10-year plans, we are looking at 5-year plans, and one of those plans is to ensure its sustainability. And now, as you can see there, you can see on screen right there when the Prime Minister was right there, to actually that day was intended to solve the stall issues in that market regarding that. So such issues have limited business development in that market. You know, it's very, I mean, this initiative is part of the 5-year plan KCCA has for that market. So that it can, just like the way you see the structure, just like the way it looks, it manifests that look in reality.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And besides that, now, you are someone who does a tech show here every Friday.
Yeah.
This next topic here takes us to the Uganda Innovation Index. I believe it's more of a projection or something, or how we are standing.
How we're standing globally, like global statistics. Yes, for the recent years, the index actually has been going down. It's quite very, very sad. But you see, there are quite a lot of events that are coming up lately. Recently, we just concluded the National Science Week. And towards the end of this month, we are having the Uganda Innovation Week, organized by Startup Uganda. So such initiatives have that key driving aspect to ensure that the innovation index is boosted in Uganda, you know, to a certain level, you know. But then something happened at the genesis of this week, at the beginning of this week. We launched our first satellite, and we anticipate that this move has the ability to transform Uganda's innovation index. And we are looking at, because Uganda has the potential to become the #1 innovation powerhouse on the African continent. You know, because our satellite is one of the best satellites on Africa.
Wow.
So that really boosts us to be to this level of innovation that we stand a certain competitive advantage over other African nations regarding this. and constructed by our own. Despite that, they got the skills from abroad, you know, from the Japanese institutes regarding aerospace, you know, and we know the benefits of this. So, looking at back to the to the innovation index, because we like one of the ways we hope it can be boosted is through government, because we see majority of the innovation hubs we have in Uganda here are private, and they are funded by agencies. For example, the Innovation Village, MasterCard, the European Union comes in, and other innovation hubs around.
So we do not have anything where the government steps in and...
We have innovation hub at government. There is a good example is at Nakawa by the Ministry of ICT. It's a good one. But if we are to look all around Uganda, majority of the innovation hubs are private owned and they are sponsored. So there is that need for information to ensure that that reconciliation of the IT information being put into use. You know, like just not having knowledge about IT, but being able to demonstrate what you study. So that's what some of the initiatives, transferring the knowledge into now practical use, could be one of the ways to boost that.
All right. And lastly, from weekly topics of discussion, something regarding reasons for business closure in the country. As we can see, many businesses are closing up. Just recently, there was a report that was released by the Bank of Uganda that 60% of businesses may close up by the end of this year. But then 60%. The Uganda Revenue Authority released the report and they collected massive taxes, quarter one. And then, if you want to put everything into proper context, you ask yourself questions. How are they collapsing? People are paying the taxes. Or are the taxes the ones leading to their collapse? That is my personal opinion. But if you're to look at this one, how about if we are to consider where the challenges are at? Business closing.
Well, the biggest challenge is going to do something with, you know, before I get there. Today in the news recap this morning, actually I think we did that story yesterday in our business today about trade integration, looking at East African trade integration. But the thing that caught my attention there was it was like some sort of a training and a know-how, knowledge on how to really make this thing work. So I believe the knowledge we have regarding business in Uganda is much more of theoretical. You know, we've not yet come to this process of really getting equipped with practical business skills. You know, because you're running a business about something, but do you have a skill in what you're doing? You know, because skilling, when you have a skill, it's going to inspire you to know where to invest, to know what business to do. You know, that's why I'm trying to bring that aspect of knowledge that I may not attribute capital like as a big factor, you know, because I know their business. Because let's talk about businesses that thrived during COVID-19. How did they make it?
Well, sometimes when you look at situations of businesses that are actually trending in most of the world, you realize there is a lot of resilience that needs to be
exactly.
And if we are to mention resilience, please you get to understand that sometimes it's basically individual
resilience.
Sometimes it goes beyond staying in business. It goes back to character as an individual.
Discipline.
Yes, your discipline. You as an individual may be ready to go through all these hassles. However much the business is about to collapse, you want to make sure that things are okay. You're going to force things to work out. Now it goes back to character. But then there are some people who are actually not ready to, to hustle.
Withstand.
They're like, no, I can't withstand this pressure.
But it can't happen. There's always has to be a testation. You have to be proved whether you're worthy of that business.
Okay. And of course, many businesses are continuing to collapse in the country with the fact that Uganda is one of the most entrepreneurial countries in Africa and in the world as well. But the challenge is most of the businesses do not live to meet their second birthday, or they never reach an anniversary of 2 years.
Exactly.
And of course, where are the challenges? If we are to ask, these are some of the things that we need to work upon, we as a country. Well, as we are summing up this particular show this very week, just to remind you that there are shows that are coming up after this particular one. There will be financial markets immediately after. Then you get to collect with Fred Makubia, and then later on, Jen Kolida with Hassan Induga. And of course, there will as well be a repeat of women in business. You do have
Smart Tech.
Right.
Yeah, and actually today we are going to look at the IT revolution.
Okay.
We know that NITA Uganda is one of the major aims is to drive the IT revolution. So we are looking at how the students, how the participants, because we realize that majority of the participants in this IT revolution are university students, and these are startups, let me say that, who are contributing to the startup ecosystem in Uganda. And we are trying to investigate how ready are they to be part of this amazing revolution. How, we are seeing how IT, information technology, has transformed the way of life of people, how information technology has transformed the economy of this country. But then we look at those unique aspects, those unique challenges that are limiting the growth of these youngsters coming up in the innovation industry. But above all, I came to realize that some of the factors that are limiting this growth come back to the leadership. Of course, when I talk about leadership, we have secondary leadership and primary leadership. But now we looked at primary leadership within those higher institutes of learning. Definitely that and more coming up on Smart Tech.
Okay, and tonight also there will be Farm Smart. Do make sure you catch it up tonight, as well with Chris Chitaka Haman. And Business Today will return at 9 p.m. in the evening. Tomorrow, The Point Saturday, and The Lounge on Saturday as well, as we take you through innovation from the perspective of young individuals. To all our viewers across East Africa, habari ya leo. To the viewers in Uganda, Mwasuza Mtia, good morning to each one of you, wherever you are. I'm Jerome Paul Sonko, Berija Andrew here as well. This is Smart Means Business, and thanks for being part of us from Monday, where we started, up to today, Friday. It's a Friday for you to at least go out and at least refresh a bit, look through how the week has been for you. But remember, the most important part of it is remain cautious about your life. Your health matters first, a lot. Be your number one priority in anything that you do as well. We wish you a blessed weekend, a wonderful day. But do remember to follow us on our social media platforms. Twitter, Smart24 TV, Facebook is Smart24 TV Official, and Instagram is Smart24_TV. LinkedIn, Smart24 TV, and you can as well add us up on our YouTube channel, Smart24 TV Live. May God bless you this particular weekend. Goodbye.